Hello, I'm Dr. Scott Howard, and today again I'm going to be cooking something really good. Now, this is going to be barbecued meatloaf. It's good, definitely for leftovers, so I'll make a bunch of it. What we're going to start off with is 2 pounds of ground beef, some onions, 2 eggs, a cup of breadcrumbs, and a half a can of the tomato sauce. And actually, the half a can is going to be about 7.5 ounces. So anyway. Then we're going to make a little sauce to put on top of it to cook it in the oven. And that's going to be, I've got some Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, and then we're going to add a little bit of chipotle chili powder and Dijon mustard in there, and then the other half of the can of that tomato sauce. So here we go. These are more nutritious, and it's free range, meaning that they're really just going to be feeding off of the grasses and so on around the farm instead of a mass-produced chicken feed, which has a lot of bad things in it we won't go over right now because we're about ready to eat. So anyway, we're going to beat that up here. That makes the hamburger meat really become kind of sticky, and it has a good thicker taste whenever it's cooked. Just put the meat in there, the onions. This is easy. Meatloaf is one of the easier things if you're good with cutting. Then it makes it really easy. Okay. And half a cup sauce. There we go. And you're just going to want to mix it up real good. And then I've got this pan here that we're going to put it in. I'm not going to put a lid on it when I cook it. Now we're going to have the oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to cook it just laying in here in a big loaf in the pan without the lid on it. Okay. And then we're going to make the other half can sauce in here. And we're going to have a little bit of, we're going to put some salt over this here. Now I use Himalayan salt. That's the most pure salt, and it's got a lot of good minerals in it. Sea salt's the next best, but then the iodized table salt that most people have, not good at all. It doesn't have any minerals in it hardly, so you definitely want to use some good salt. That's just good and healthy for you. A little bit of pepper here. Cracked pepper usually is fresher, tastes fresher than just regularly pared pepper. Okay. And then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of chipotle seasoning here, or chipotle chili powder. Looks like I'm about out. There we go. And then 1 of Dijon. About 1 cup of barbecue sauce. And with the lid off of this, it really kind of gets a good, almost like a crust to it, but it's not really a crust. It's just a good thick baked on, well, that's what gives it the name, the barbecued meatloaf. There we go. Kind of evenly pour that on the top there. Oh yeah, that's going to look good. Well, it's not going to look good. It is going to look good, but it's going to taste really good. Then we put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour, and we're ready to go. And there we have it, the barbecued meatloaf. It's very good, and that topping is kind of caramelized a little bit. And I bet it's going to be good to eat. Makes me want to cry. That's good.